What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Tika Deshawn of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts, here to give you guys a recap of Wicked City. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know if you all have been watching Wicked City, but the show definitely came back and it did not disappoint, okay? So when it first starts off, we see Sherise, and Sherise is the one that was the dancer in season one. She's a dancer, exotic dancer, stripper, whatever name you would like to give her. But we do get to see her, as well as this young lady who's up on the stage. We don't quite know at the very beginning who this lady is, who's the DJ, she's about to start rapping. Like, we don't really know her until later on in the scene, but we do recognize Sherise, and Sherise gets in there and she walks, basically does her little dance on the pole, and then after her dance is over, she goes down and says to this man, "Hey, the handler wants to talk to you." So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, we saw the handler in season one. Is this going to be the same handler which we saw, which was Columbus Short? So anyway, she sees another guy that she recognizes, and she's like, "Hey, wait a minute, let me talk to this guy first." So she tells this guy, "Hey, since you're here, the handler wants to see you." So she takes him into this room where the handler is. Now, when we see the handler at first, we see him as this guy that's just down in the audience, red jacket, that's watching and paying attention, overseeing everything that's going on in the club. But then he gets into this room, or he gets into this mode of shape shifting, you guys. And then he turns into a familiar face. I know you guys have seen this guy so many times. He's been on quite a few different projects. He's been wilding out literally on his Instagram page, and he's just doing, he's also known as Terry J. Vaughn's husband. However, in this particular film, he's literally going in and acting crazy, and he's doing his thing. Like, he's literally bringing out those acting skills. And I'm talking about Karan Joseph Riley. Yes, we've seen Karan Joseph Riley in some of everything. However, he's literally doing his thing now, and he's now as known or seen as the handler in Wicked City. And oh my gosh, you guys, not only so basically they're purchasing powers from the handler. Now, I'm not talking about a cheap price, a $500 buy one get one free type of charge. I'm talking about thousands of dollars to get powers from the handler. And so this one particular guy owes him quite a bit of money, but he says, "I don't have it all. I do have about 8 stacks, basically $8,000 in my pockets." And he, gives the money to the handler, and then he gives it to Sherise, and Sherise begins to count it, and she says, "Yes, it's there. That's right. That is the amount. He's just a little bit short." And then the handler is like not giving $0 about anything. You know what I mean? He proceeds to slice the head of this man. He chops this man's head off. Like, oh my God, I totally did not expect it. And then he tells her, basically, go clean yourself up and get your tail back down on that stage and start back dancing. So the handler this time around is literally not coming to play any games. I'm absolutely here for it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what more this handler has to give us. So then we see our girl Jordan. Jordan, of course, I told y'all I love Jordan. She's got that kooky, nerdy, shy type of vibe about herself. But she is in her store, and this young gentleman happens to walk in, and finally he asks her on a date. Now, clearly she had been watching and waiting for him to ask her on a date for a very long time. However, I guess if you don't say anything, I'm not going to say anything. It was like that type of moment between the two of them. And so he does. He finally goes ahead and asks her out on a date. They look so cute, you guys. He's smiling, she's smiling. But honestly, I don't know if there's something else up with this guy. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait to see how his character actually develops. So then, you guys, then we see, of course, the one and only evil woman herself by the name Claudette. Now, Claudette is another one that don't play the radio, if you know what I mean. But she is outside in her car and she's watching Jordan. She's saying that even though, even though all of the, people are separated, some people are unalive based on the last season, she's still there to protect them. Camille is the one. I think Camille was her actual daughter that the handler basically wanted to strip her of all of her powers. But I think what Claudette did was basically hide Camille so that she's no longer involved in any of this stuff. But we also know, we saw a moment where Claudette unalived, or we thought she unalived Tabitha. So anyway, you guys, I say that to say this. We're gonna see Jordan have a series of nightmares, and this nightmare is literally going to be the same nightmare over and over and over. Now, I'll just say this. Jordan has, her abilities are to sense others' powers, to sense when something is not right. She has her senses are supposed to be literally on high alert. So that's who Jordan is. But again, she has this strong dream, continual dream about where Tabitha is. Because again, Tabitha was supposed to be unalive. And in this dream, Jordan sees Tabitha there, as well as her other 3 sisters. They're not really sisters, but they call each other sisters because they've been in each other's lives like that. They're witch sisters, whatever name you want to give it, you guys. But anyway, she sees her sisters laid on the ground, and she sees Tabitha, and then she wakes up in the horrendous screaming for Tabitha. So these are continual nightmares that Jordan is having. She's having them literally almost every night, and she's trying to figure out why she's continually having these dreams, having these nightmares. But then there's also a moment where Claudette is up to her mischief again. Jordan is there trying to cast a spell, trying to, distinguish some things. And she's there with Angela. Now, Angela, she has the ability to grow things. And so Angela is there trying to help Jordan basically grow her powers. But Claudette, of course, is in the background blocking. She's trying to block every dream, every power, every strength that Jordan has. Because I think in a whole sense of everything, I think that she literally is the strongest one. I think she's really the strongest witch. But we don't know. We don't really know who really has the strongest power. But I really do believe it is Jordan, because they depend on Jordan for quite a bit of, power, strength, whatever you want to call it. There's also a moment where, I don't know if you guys remember Darletta, but Darletta was one of Claudette's, one of her subjects, one of her slaves, one of her quote unquote children. But she saw her brother, which is another one that was with her and Claudette, that she saw him unalived, and she was so super hurt behind losing him, because that was her family. But now she has gone on a spiraling effect to where she literally is drinking all the time, and she has to be literally saved, or rescued by Angela. Now Angela is a saver as well. She loves going and helping people. It's like she likes those little stray animals. She will help any stray animal that she can. And Jordan is upset with her. Jordan is upset at the fact that why are you even talking to her? Why are you communicating with her after all that she has done? And her and Claudette have put us through. Why are you, why are you even helping her? Of course, Jordan, the next day, you guys, we get to see Jordan go out on her date. It's super kooky. It's super cute that the two, her and Jose, I think that's his name. I'll give you guys the correct name a little bit later. But we get to see the two of them go out, and then they get home and they get it in a little bit. Like, it's super cute. He's giving her gifts, a little gift, like this necklace. Again, I'm not trusting him. I'm really not trusting him like that, simply because it just seems like there's a lot more to him. So finally, you guys, remember I told you all that we thought that Tabitha had been unalived by Claudette. Well, we find out that Tabitha is literally been cursed and placed in this box, in this room where she can't get out on her own. Only person that can let her out is Claudette, but she is literally cursed to have the same dream over and over and over and over again. And this is where it steps in, or where it comes into play, that Jordan is continually having the exact same dream. So with that being said, you guys, this was my little recap, my little breakdown of Wicked City. I will definitely be giving you guys another recap of the show, because I'm absolutely totally in love with this show, Wicked City, you guys. I don't know if you all have ever watched this before, but I absolutely recommend that you do check it out, okay? Again, it is streaming on AllBlk. It's called Wicked, Wicked City, all right? So make sure you guys tap in and tune in weekly, because I will be giving you guys weekly recaps of Wicked City. And this last episode was entitled Obsidian Nightmare. And it definitely was an Obsidian Nightmare that continues to go on and on and on between Jordan as well as our girl Tabitha, which, by the way, is played by the one and only Vanessa Bell Calloway, okay? All right, y'all. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in. If you're new to my channel, find me for the first time. And if you're enjoying Wicked City, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, as well as hit that subscribe button and that notification bell of new reminders of Ruthless content, okay? All right, you guys. That's about it. Thank you so much. And you already know, stay ruthless.